Boop and Eve's road trip is a love story between a college freshman named Eve and her grandma Boop, who go on a road trip through the South looking for a missing relative. The inspiration for the story starts in my childhood when I used to sit with my grandmother on the balcony of her condo, which overlooked Shore Drive, which is on the Chesapeake Bay in Virginia. And we used to count RVs and campers as they passed by and talk about how when I turned 16, we were going to take a road trip together across the country in an RV. And we talked about the things we'd want to see and the things we'd want to do. By the time I was 16, uh, it became apparent that neither of us was really up to driving an RV across country. Me, because of my inability to drive an RV, and my grandmother, probably that too. But also, she had a lot of problems with her health, and that kind of drive just wouldn't have been comfortable for her. So it was a road trip we never went on. And Boop and Eve's road trip was kind of my way of being able to go on this road trip with my grandma, who had, by the time I started writing it, passed away. The other inspiration for the book has to do with mental health. And as I started to write this book, I was coming out of an episode of postpartum depression and thinking about depression a lot and researching a lot and really becoming frustrated by how quiet our culture is about mental health and depression. And so Boop and Eve's road trip and Eve's struggle with depression was sort of a way of trying to add a layer of normalization to the issue. And Boop has a quote in the book, which I think kind of captures this nicely, which is, seems to me we'd all be a little less nuts if we spent our energy dealing with our crazy instead of hiding it. So that's the inspiration for Boop and Eve's road trip.